Hello everyone. Today we'll be dealing with an experiment from the fluid mechanics lab, that is the major losses. You can see over here major losses and minor losses. So first we'll deal with the major loss. Okay. So the major loss experiment, as we have discussed or we have studied this in FM subject, that is fluid mechanics subject in both SEM, that the major losses are due to friction and the minor losses are due to changes in velocity. Okay, so major losses are happening, these are the losses which are taking place due to the friction factor which is present in the material through which the fluid is flowing. Okay, whatever pipe we are using through which the fluid is flowing, the major losses are taking place, and these are the loss, these are causing a loss of head to the fluid flow. Okay, so here there are two types of fluid, there are two types of pipes. One is GI pipe and one is PVC pipe. So we are gonna take the readings in both of the pipes. Okay, so first we will make the fluid to flow through this PVC pipe, then again we are going to make the fluid flow through the GI pipe. Okay, and the fluid flowing will be calculated, the discharge will be calculated, or the whatever discharge is there will be calculated using this type. Okay, fine. So the pressure difference in the tank or the pressure difference in the flow will be taken using the manometer, which is present over here. We will be using this manometer to measure the head loss, okay, or the pressure. That is, manometers are used to measure the pressure. Okay. Now, so how to start with the experiment is that we have to switch on the motor first. Okay, so we have to switch on the motor. This is the whole setup where we have a main tank, and this is a discharge tank. Okay, so when we close this, the water will fill inside this. When we open it, the water which is filling inside this, it will be filling into the tank, and this tank is connected to a pump. This is a closed system where the same amount of water, or the same type of water is continuously circulated in this experiment. Okay, so now, so we shall start with the experiment for the major losses. So in the major losses, what the procedure is, we have to on the motor first. Okay, then the pump will start running and the water will flow from this. From the tank it is connected, it will flow from this pipe and then it will enter into this. So you can see there are four types of valves. Okay, so when this is now in the position of closed. Okay, this is now closed position. Okay, if I want to open it, so when I am opening for PVC pipe, it should be open like this. Okay, now it is open. Okay, now so other two valves should be closed. The other two valves will be closed. As this is an experiment combined with both major and minor losses, so we are first going to do with the major losses. Okay, so this is a combination of both the experiments. Okay, so that's why we have to close these two valves and open only the pipe which is in which we are going to do the experiment. Okay, so first we will take the readings for PVC pipe, then we'll go with the readings of GI pipe. So before starting the pump motor, after starting the motor, opening the valve, okay, before opening the valve, okay, so what will happen is, so one more thing is that you assume you should be careful that this should be open whenever you have started the motor, otherwise the pressure will take more amount of pressure on itself. Okay, as you have started the motor, the water is flowing inside the pipe, but there is no exit for that because the valves are closed. So you make sure that you at least partially open the valve. Okay, and after opening the valve, this should be opened. These two valves should be opened. You can see that these two valves should be opened, and what these two are, these should be closed. This should be closed. Okay, these things you have to observe and you have to do it. Okay, these two things should be open and these two should be closed. Okay, so now I opened it. After opening these two, so whatever water has to flow through this, it will flow through this and enter into the manometer for the pressure measurement. Okay, now what will happen? As I have already started the motor, so I will just make the fluid to flow through this. Okay, so I will open it completely. So there are three things. You can take completely open and partially open. So this is completely closed. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll completely open it, so the fluid will be at high speed, high velocity, and we can say that it is at full discharge. It is a full discharge into this tank. Okay, so when it is flowing over this, what we have to do is we have to measure the pressure over there. So I completely opened it up. I completely opened the tap. The water is flowing through the pipe, through the PVC pipe. It is getting into this. Okay, it is getting discharged into this tank. Okay, so after doing that, what you have to do is you have to measure the pressure difference, which is showing over here. You can see that. There is some measurements over here. There is a scale. So whenever there is a difference in this, you have to measure that. That is H1 minus H2 manometer reading. Okay. After this, when you get this, that is your H1 minus H2. Then you have to note it down. Then what you have to do? You should know the amount of water which has entered into this water. What is the amount of water which is flowing into this tank, right? So what you have to do is that whenever it is completely discharged, we have to see how much amount of water has been discharged. So this tank, this whatever fluid is coming out of this tank, this should be closed. After closing this, the water won't enter into this tank. Water won't fall into this tank. So water will get collected into this. So you have to measure how much amount of time has taken place using a stopwatch, that how much amount of water has filled till 10 centimeter, how much time it has taken. So 10 centimeter is the length of the tank. Okay, till how much time it has taken to fill this 10 centimeter of water. That will give you the rate of discharge. Okay, or the discharge of the fluid which is entering into the tank. After doing this, you take all the readings of this manometer reading, the discharge and the time which has taken to collect that water in the tank. Okay, after that what you have to do is, see here, this is completely open. Now partially open it. So what is the, again you have to check the same reading, your manometer reading, then again you have to check the how much amount of water is been flowing through this. Okay, this is for PVC. So in PVC we have taken two readings, one is for partial and one is for completely open, that is completely discharges freely flowing into the tank. And partially open means you have partially opened the tank. Okay, this is for PVC. The same thing you have to go with the GI pipe. Okay, so GI pipe is this one, the blue color one. GI pipe is this one, blue color one. Okay, so the same thing we have to do. We have to close this here, then we have to open it here in this. You have to open this and the fluid will flow. When now this is partially open, so I will close this, then I will open this one. Okay, so the fluid only flows in the GI pipe itself. It won't flow in the other two pipes. Okay, so the same fluid will flow through this. There is a manometer. You have to measure the reading, pressure reading. Then here it will be dripping into the or discharging into the tank. You have to measure the length. For 10 centimeter, how much amount of time it has taken. So time taken to fill 10 centimeter of water. Okay, in this way you have to get the readings and the calculation will be shown on the board. Okay, so we have shown you just an demonstration of the experiment. So now we'll go with the calculation part. So the observations are like this. So the first thing is the area of the measuring tank. So whatever the measuring tank was there in which we were discharging the water, that area is 0.1 meter square. Okay, the length of the pipe, there are two pipes, one is GI pipe and one is PVC pipe. GI pipe length is 1.5 meter and PVC pipe length is 1.365 meter. Okay, the density of water, as we all know, that it is 1000 kg per meter cube. Okay, the acceleration due to gravity is 9.81 meter per second square. Then diameter of the pipe, that is for GI it is 3 by 4 inch and for PVC it is half inch. Okay, so this is the tabular column. So these all things you have to observe and write it down in your journals. Okay, while doing the experiment. Okay, so the first one is the type of pipe, that is GI and PVC. Okay, then we have to take the reading H1 and H2 that we have taken in the manometer. Okay, whenever we start the fluid to flow through the pipe, there is some pressure changes which are happening in the pipe. So that pressure changes are seen in the manometer that we have to measure when we were seeing that in the terms of mercury. Okay, the whatever difference it is shown in the mercury, that is H1 and H2. So when we minus it, that will be your manometer reading in terms of meter. Okay, and then we have to multiply it with head loss of water, that is HF equal to 12.6 into H. Okay, then after that, after getting this h, you multiply it with 12.6. Then, so what is the time taken for 10 centimeter of water to collect in that measuring tank? Okay, so you have to take the stopwatch and measure the time required to complete 10 centimeter of water to fill. Okay, that time you have to write it down here. Then the velocity of flow, meter per second, total discharge, and the friction factor have to be calculated from the formulas. So here we have Q actual equal to area into A into R into T. So A into rate of flow divided by T, 100 into T. Okay, so what is discharge? Discharge is nothing but Q into area into velocity. Okay, so now see, this is area, we know area, but we don't know velocity, right? Velocity is nothing but the whatever time you have taken, whatever length you have taken, that is 10 centimeter divided by time. So length by time is your distance by time is velocity. So whatever length you have taken, 10 centimeter divided by time, you will get the velocity itself. So why I am multiplying it with 100, dividing by 100? Because it is in terms of centimeter, but we want in terms of meter. Okay, so we are dividing it by 100. So we have got Q actual. Okay, after getting Q actual, you are dividing it by area of the tank, that is 0.1 meter square. Okay, so this is your velocity. So velocity is what? Q equal to area into velocity, right? Q equal to area into velocity. Then you have to write this as area of the, not area of the tank, it is area of the pipe. A is area of the pipe. So Q actual by area of the pipe. Then this is the whatever velocity we get, that is the velocity of the fluid which is flowing through the pipe. Okay, here whatever velocity area we are taking, this is for the what? This is for the area of the measuring tank. Okay, so Q actual equal to area of the measuring tank into 10 centimeter divided by 100 into time taken to fill that tank. Okay, so that is your Q actual. After finding Q actual, this one you have to find velocity of the fluid which is flowing through that pipe, which is entering into the discharge tank. Okay, so you have got Q actual by area. So area of the pipe is A. You have calculated the velocity. That velocity you have to keep it down here. Note it down here. Okay. After getting that velocity, you have got all the values to calculate friction factor. F equal to, this is actually small f. This equation is somewhat like this. This equation is actually, this is HF equal to 4F LV square divided by 2G. This is the equation for Darcy-Weisbach equation, which you have studied in your major losses due to friction. Okay, after that you are getting Chezy equation, V equal to C square root of M into I. Okay, so now this is the equation to calculate the head loss due to friction. But in that we have to calculate the friction factor which is there for the pipes, so that we can measure its resistance to the flow or energy losses which is taking place in the pipe. So HF equal into, so F equal to, you have to calculate friction factor, that is the formula. So you just simplify this equation for F, then the equation will be like this. Substitute the values HF, D, 2G, 4 into L into V square. So HF is what? 12.6 into H, whatever readings you have got. D is the diameter of the pipe, 2 into acceleration due to gravity G, 4 into length of the pipe L. If it is GI pipe, 1.5 meter. If it is PVC pipe, then 1.365 meter. Then and velocity for each reading, velocity of flow. And one more thing, this diameter is in terms of inch, you have to convert that into meter. Okay, then you have got the answer for friction factor. Okay, so after getting the friction factor value, you have to make a result table in which it is considering the type of pipe, that is PVC and GI pipe, then difference in the manometer readings, that is their manometer reading, then velocity of flow which we have calculated, then the actual discharge Q, then the friction factor, which is the last thing which you have to calculate over here. And one more thing, in GI pipe we are doing two types, one is partial and one is open. So you have to calculate the readings for both. There are two readings for each. Okay, thank you.